Okay, I'm Judy Lynch. I had multiple health problems before I found Dr. Scott. He has helped me so much, and I I had a real experience. I went to 4 traditional doctors just recently, within the last 2 weeks. First of all, I went to my primary care doctor, and she told me I was boring because the blood work came back and there wasn't anything wrong except a heart problem that I have all the time. And she said, just keep up the good work. I can work with him. And so then the next I went to my skin doctor, where I had skin cancer. I almost lost my nose because I waited too long. And she checked my skin. She said, for 80 years old, she said, I wish I looked like this. She said, it's wonderful. You don't have to come back for 6 months. So then the biggie, I went to my cardiologist. And this cardiologist, I was his problem child because he couldn't seem to help me. And so he looked at me and he said, how you feeling? I said, I'm feeling great. And he kind of sat back and he said, well, tell me about it. And so I told him all the things that Dr. Scott had helped me with, and this nutrition. And he said, well, you know what, you have made my day. He said, because the patient that I had just before you went outside traditional medicine, and she told me the very same story. He said, but I can't tell you who it is because of privacy concerns. He said, but it's amazing. He said, I probably wouldn't have believed it if it hadn't been 2 right together that went outside traditional medicine. He said, my wife is going to love this because she's a nurse and she believes in the paleo diet. And so then he also said, well, I'm reducing your blood pressure medicine from 1 to 3. And he said, just keep it up. And he said, several times he kept telling me, you have made my day. Also, when the nurse came in to do the EKG, she said, you don't know what you've done for a doctor today because he's had a bad day. And she said, to know that he's helped 2 people. And she said, it's wonderful. And she said, to go outside traditional medicine. They couldn't believe it. But then I went to have my Coumadin checked. And she said, well, your numbers are up. This is wonderful. You don't have to come back for another 4 weeks. And previously I had been going every 2 weeks. So I just want to encourage anyone that has fibromyalgia or knee problems or problems with digestion, please seek out Dr. Scott because he is a miracle worker. And I just am so thankful that I found him.
Now, when you went to your first doctor, you had a couple other numbers checked, right? Your triglycerides, your cholesterol, your glucose, A1C.
Oh, yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
My triglycerides were 269, and on this diet and supplements, it dropped to 70. I never had good cholesterol. My good cholesterol went up from 28 to 40, which is good for me. My bad cholesterol dropped some, and I am no longer diabetic, nor am I pre-diabetic.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So it's a miracle. It really is a miracle. Traditional medicine with drugs is not the answer to your problem. It is not.
Well, thanks, Judy.
Okay.